Hello commanders and welcome. My name is VD Angel and today we're going to be talking about the Caspian Explorer. This is a pretty decent ship that I've been pretty excited for, and while it does not blow the Manderlay out of the water, it's a pretty solid ship for what it is. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. I flew kind of far away from the station. I do want to mention right now that this ship isn't min-maxed as high as it could be. I am currently stuck in Colonia, so my options for engineering is limited, but I tried my best to throw something together, mainly because I want to use this ship. I'm going to Beagle's Point right now, so I want to use this ship for exobiology, and so I kind of got it thrown together. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about when we get there, but it's really not far off of its maximum jump range. The link I'll leave in the description will be the most optimized you could build the Caspian, and it'll just give you all the little details that I'm not going to use on this specific build, but I got pretty close to the max jump range. Speaking of little things I sacrificed, I decided like 8 months ago that I like having a boost on my Explorer ship. So I could have 1D'd to the distributor, but man, just listen to that throws thrusters. You don't think it's useful until sometimes you're like, man, I really wish I had a booster right now, and then you don't, and some things take longer. Like for example, coming off of the surface of a planet, or let's say you use the auto docker, like you pop in about 15 kilometers, like right about here, you just boost, you click the X button, and then you just you auto dock. Easy peasy. Alright, we're gonna jump right into it. So, I think you know the drill. There are no hard points on an Explorer ship. Utility mounts are optional. You could bring a chaff launcher or a heatsink. Not a chaff launcher, just a heatsink. But this ship doesn't run very hot. It's similar to the Manderlay in that aspect, so you don't really need to. And from here, we'll go in order. This is the new Mark II ablative lightweight alloys. This makes landing on planets extremely easy, and it just kind of is a new thing that they started doing. Next up is going to be a 4A power plant. I have it overcharged to grade 4, and there's a reason for that. And its experimental effect is monstered. After that, we have clean drive tuning, grade 4. This is more personal preference, and this one has an experimental effect of drag drives. This is the new Mark II supercharged frameshift drive. This one does have SCO, so that's pretty cool. It's increased range up to grade 5 with mass manager, which is like the normal Explorer ship engineering for a frameshift drive. We're going to be moving on to 5D life support. I didn't have an engineer over here to engineer this with, sadly. I will when I get back to the bubble. We've got a 4A power distributor with grade 3 engine focus. That's for the boost. I'm pretty sure I can put strip down on this, but I think I didn't have enough materials, sadly. We went with 8D sensors, so that's kind of cool. You could lightweight these, but I don't have the engineer for that unlocked in Colonia either. And then the normal 7C fuel tank. Can't really do anything with that. It just kind of is there. For optionals, we have a 7A fuel scoop. This is not going to fill your tank up very fast. They did release a soft update to the way that the Caspian uses fuel when it jumps. It's now a third of what it used to be. So take that however you would like. I don't know too much about that. That literally came out today, so we'll see how that ends up. I don't normally bring auto field maintenance units, but I shoved a 6D on here because it didn't affect the jump range at all. And I'm on my way to Beagle's Point, so it might come in handy. We have a shield generator with enhanced low power grade 3 and low draw. That's another good thing to have whenever you're trying to lower your power plant and distributor. This lets you have a shield and also not use too much power to like take away from your thrusters. Then we have a 5H Guardian frameshift drive booster, kind of required for most Explorer builds. Adds 10.5 light years on your range. After that, we got the 2G planetary vehicle hanger. This is the lightest weight hanger you can bring, and I usually just bring like a scarab. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. And then we got the normal stuff. I got this detailed surface scanner from a community goal, but it's fairly easy to unlock. I'll leave some information to that in the description. This doesn't affect weight at all, neither does any of these things. So that's pretty much it for the build. And it was a scarab that I usually bring as an SRV. Now, as you can see, my current maximum jump range is 79.72. On the website I was using to build out the ship, the highest I could get it with everything fully engineered was 81.5. We'll give it some credit and round it up to 82. So it seems like 82 is the maximum jump range on this ship. And so I've gotten pretty close to it, as well as keeping a lot of quality of life things like the jump boost and such. I don't really think there's going to be many more things you can do to this ship without compromising how comfortable it is to fly. And now let's talk about where I think this stands next to the Manderlay. Now, in my opinion, I think the Manderlay is still kind of the king of all explorer ships. But that being said, that's only in numbers. So my Manderlay goes 92 light years as its current jump range. So you get 10 more jump range with the Manderlay, but the Caspian offers a few quality of life things to go with it. So the first thing would be the new lightweight alloy that they added that lets you land on planets in a steeper decline, basically making it extremely convenient to get to a planet, find your exo, and then leave type deal. The second thing that I would say is really good about the Caspian is when you get the jump range to around 80, if you boost off of a neutron or a white dwarf, you can get between like 450 and 530-ish like max on the jump range. Basically, you're making a carrier jump in like 2 minutes type deal after you charge up. So I think that makes the ship really appealing to use, and I will still be using my Manderlay for a lot of things, but I think that my Manderlay will become my like planetary explorer ship where I go scan like Earth likes and stuff like that to get place to place a little bit faster. And I think I'll use the Caspian for exobiology. It's kind of well built for it. It's got a lot of cool things with it. I can go, if I find a neutron star, for example, and I'm out in the black, it's a huge time saver to be able to get like a 6x charge on it. I think they're both really good ships. I think the Caspian replaces the Anaconda as an all-rounder. I will link a video from a man named, I think his name is Rain Man. I watched a video he made the other day going way further into depth about the Caspian than I have. I mainly just want to show you guys the best optimized like build for just exploring and doing your thing. He does things like he did a PvE build. He tested like the max jump range with a boost on it. He did a lot of other funny cool things. So I'll link his video in the description if you want to see a more detailed view on it. And other than that, I'll leave the build for the optimized version of this ship in the description, which is like an 82 light year jump range. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully this gives you kind of an idea on how to build yours. I did not want to min-max this hard. It took me about 7 hours to unlock the engineer that I needed to get like the few things I wanted that I think are required to have engineered done. When I get back to the bubble, I'll reevaluate. I did something similar with my Manderlay build as well. Eventually I reevaluated and found that I could only get like 0.2 extra light years on the jump range, so it wasn't really even worth making another video on. I posted a comment on that one, so if I find anything else out, I'll post a comment down below. Like and subscribe. See you guys later. 07 Commanders.